I'm Not Just a Scribble by Diane Alba. This is a story about Scribble, whose lines would cross and wiggle. Tiny loops would start him small, bigger swirls would make him tall. He could be shades of green or baby blue, even crazy colours. He loved them too. Choosing bright colours made him feel free. You never knew which one he would be. Then one day, Scribble took a short walk where he found a house and stopped to talk.
"Hello,"
said Scribble.
"it's such a great day. I thought I'd come over and we could all play."
The house never saw anything like Scribble before, but he was curious enough to find out a bit more. So even though he was grumpy and didn't want to play, he still managed to grunt, "What are you anyway?" Scribble was confused and didn't know what to say, so he said to the house,
"I'm just a scribble. Is that okay?"
"It's not okay," said the house. "You don't look right. Your lines aren't straight and your colours are too bright."
"But colour is fun,"
Scribble said.
"I can show you why. Just give me a chance. Please let me try."
"No," said the house. "You cannot stay. You're nothing like me. Now go away." Hearing those words made Scribble so sad. A tear ran down his face. He felt really bad.
"But I won't be upset,"
he proclaimed that day. So he changed his colours and went on his way. He continued his walk and soon found the sun, along with the clouds. They could all have some fun. But the sun saw him coming and told him to stop. "Your lines are too messy and we don't have a mop. Turn around, little Scribble," he went on to say. "Go back to your home. Please, just go away."
"But you're not being nice,"
Scribble shouted, quite mad.
"The fact that I'm different doesn't make me so bad. My colours are special and my lines are just fine. If you'd give me a chance, we could have a great time."
Should we ask him to play? They huddled to discuss. It's more fun with friends. It's usually just us. And although they were worried this wouldn't work out, being mean to Scribble wasn't what they were about. Scribble was surprised at what he saw the next day. All the drawings were there and they wanted to play. Even Rainbow showed up and he never came by. He was standing right there near the sun in the sky. "We're so sorry," said the clouds as they held back their tears. "Please come and play," said the house. "We haven't had fun in years."
"I forgive you,"
Scribble shouted as he did a happy dance. They were so grateful he gave them another chance. Scribble gathered up his colours and played with everyone. Blue, purple, green and yellow. It was all so much fun. Look what they created when they finally came together. The art was so beautiful and it was better than ever.
Okay, so after watching a reading of the book, The Scribble, we're going to go ahead and get the supplies we need ready from your art folders and at home to make your own scribble. So go ahead inside your art folder and you have a nice big colorful paper on the front that says art. And you're going to open it up. And just to review, this is the side that says paper for projects. We're going to have a whole bunch of different papers inside ready for your projects. On this side, when we finish today, this is where we're going to put our project when we're done and keep it safe on the side that says artwork. All right, so I'm going to go over to the paper for projects side and find a white piece of drawing paper. It's blank, there's nothing on it. You just need one. And then you're going to close it and leave the rest of the papers inside. We don't need them just yet. I'm going to move my art folder out of the way and somewhere safe. And if you want at home, if you have an extra piece of paper, not from your art folder, it could be a large piece of construction paper. I use the same one over and over and over, and you can see I've used it for a lot of projects. I call them our table protectors to keep the table safe. So if you're working at a table that you don't want to get marker or crayon on, you can just put an extra piece of paper underneath you that will keep it safe. All right, so I have my table protector underneath me. I have my white drawing piece of paper. You're also going to need something to make your scribble. You could use crayon, you could use marker, either one is totally fine. I'm going to go ahead and use crayon this time, and I'll show you what I did with marker also. To make a face and hands and legs on my scribble, I want to use a Sharpie. If you have one, great. If not, you could use a crayon or a marker. It would come out the same, but I would use black for that part when we get there. And I think that is it. So let's start. Choose the colors you want for your scribble. Start to think about it. Do you want it to be a big or small scribble? Do you want it to have a bunch of different colors together or just one? I have an example here of the whole thing at the very end. And I did kind of like a yellowy, orangey, pink scribble. I was feeling in kind of a nice, happy mood. Maybe you want to just choose one color. I'm going to do it in one color now to see what it looks like. That's fine. Now, there's no wrong way to make your scribble. Every time I go to start, I feel a little nervous, but I feel like that's funny because it's a scribble. I don't think we can mess up, so go for it. All right, here we go. And I'm going to add a little more, maybe a little bit over here. I think that's good. So I have a nice purple scribble, and I want to add a face with a nice happy expression. I want my scribble to be happy with some arms and legs. Now you could put your scribble wherever you want on the paper, but keep in mind, at the very end, I want us to go ahead and add a background in. It could be like the background from the book, the sun and the rainbow, and the house. You could make up a different background of your own. So I have this handout here that I can leave on the screen when we are working, and I want to choose a face, an expression of a face that I think would suit my scribble. I kind of like this one, it could work. So you can pick whichever one you want to do. I'm going to scoot this aside and look at the one I want to use, and I'm going to go ahead and try and copy it. And again, if you want to make up one of your own, I'm always okay with that. My eyebrows, my eyes. And nice and happy. Great. Now, I'm going to go ahead and keep going and add some arms and legs. Maybe I want my arms kind of going up and out. Maybe I want one down. And the legs, the feet. Great. Now that I've finished my scribble, I want to go ahead and work on the background. And like I said, your scribble could be walking on the grass, there could be a house and the clouds and moon and rainbow, like the book or sun rather. You could also change it up and do something else if you'd like. I'm going to go ahead and draw it in Sharpie. If you want to do it in crayon, fine, marker, fine, whatever you have works perfect for us. Maybe I don't want to put the house in this one, but I just want to do a little bit of a different sun. And I liked the clouds and the rainbow. They were nice to the scribble. And you could always add extra details if you want, totally up to you. All right, I think I'm done drawing, and what you can go ahead and do now is work on coloring it in. I think it's best when you have bigger areas like this to use a crayon. It goes a lot faster, especially if you have a peeled blue crayon, like this. So if you wanted to take one of your blues, if you have one, you could take a piece and start peeling off the wrapper if you wanted to. You could peel it off, lay it down flat, and you could go ahead and fill the sky in a lot faster this way. I'm going to go ahead and just use it as is. And as you can see, you can go really fast with your crayon versus your marker. All right, I'll give you time to work on yours, but again, I'll show you my example. And as you're working, I also want to leave maybe this up on the screen for you so you can use these, and I will put it back for you as we are working, no problem.